This is USVI News, your Virgin Islands connection.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us for USVI News. I'm Emily Matson. This week is Freedom Week in the Virgin Islands. It kicked off on Sunday and it runs through the weekend. It's, of course, the week Virgin Islanders celebrate Emancipation Day and Independence Day. And this year for Freedom Week, several events have been happening throughout the territory in celebration. The Department of Planning and Natural Resources is hosting an art show titled "The Revolution is Not a One-Time Act." It opens Friday from 6 to 9 at Fort Frederick in St. Croix and runs through September 23rd. The VI Folklife Festival, also in St. Croix, will celebrate Virgin Islands culture, history, and tradition. So a lot happening this weekend to celebrate. And the party started on St. John. St. John Celebration 2022 is well underway with Village Nights kicking off the festivities. And there are a lot of events on tap, so the Department of Public Works wants folks to know about road closures so drivers can avoid specific areas. They're now on your screen. Village Nights, they started Thursday. They run through Monday from 6 p.m. until 2 a.m. Juve and Wet Fed are set for Saturday from 6 o'clock in the morning until 10 a.m. For this, North Shore Road, starting at Mongoose Junction, is going to be closed to traffic. And that's the same route for the parade, which is on Monday, July 4th, taking place from noon until 5 p.m. Sure to be a great time this weekend in St. John. The 4th of July holiday, of course, begins this weekend, and many families are planning big celebrations. Whether you're hosting a cookout or watching a fireworks display, it's important to make sure your Independence Day stays safe. So here's how to enjoy fireworks safely.
It's an iconic sight on July 4th, bright, sparkling fireworks filling the sky. But while these majestic booms are captivating to watch, it's important to remember they come with a risk.
Respect them. They're explosives. They're dangerous.
Alex Hohensark is the chair of the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission. He says the July 4th holiday is one of the most dangerous times of the year, with around 11,500 emergency room visits last year from fireworks-related injuries. Everything from burns, concussions, even death.
We really see most of our injuries around this time.
If you're going to set off your own fireworks, officials recommend the following tips. First, make sure it's legal to set them off in your area. Light fireworks one at a time. Keep them away from any body parts or others. Don't try to relight a faulty firework. Keep water handy to put out any flames. And don't ever handle fireworks while impaired. But it's not just fireworks that can cause injuries. Sparklers can be just as dangerous.
Sparklers burn at 2,000 degrees, so it's like having a blowtorch in your hand.
Experts say to always monitor your children and never let them handle fireworks. And if you do happen to get a serious burn, seek medical attention immediately.
You can add the Honda Cup to the list of accolades for St. Thomas native and basketball superstar Aaliyah Boston. She was announced winner of the Honda Cup this week, an award presented to the best athlete in all of women's college athletics. This is the latest in a long list of awards the SEC All-American has won this season, including the Women's Basketball Player of the Year. As the starting forward, she, of course, helped lead the South Carolina Gamecocks to its second national title ever. This year, she was also named as the Naismith Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year, too, the first player to earn both titles in one season. Impressive indeed. She also set records for the most consecutive double-doubles. That's double digits in scoring and rebounds, doing so in 27 straight games this season. Impressive indeed. Can't wait to see what she accomplishes as a senior next season. Congratulations to Aaliyah for winning the Boston Cup, or the Honda Cup, rather. Transit routes and hours of service will be expanded in the territory thanks to a several $100,000 federal grant. The Department of Public Works has received a $375,000 transportation grant from the Federal Transit Administration. The grant programs to specifically support projects addressing transportation challenges faced by areas of persistent poverty. Using the grant funds, DPW is going to be conducting a study for potential transit improvements, including where to provide more frequent and expanded service, assessing the feasibility of park and ride locations, expanding service hours for existing routes, a transit hub, as well as new routes for shorter ride times and more direct access to destinations. An historic first on the nation's high court. As we reported on Thursday, Ketanji Brown Jackson was sworn in as the first black female justice and the first former public defender to serve on the Supreme Court. Jackson once served as a clerk for Justice Stephen Breyer, who stepped down Thursday after serving nearly 3 decades on the High Court. His final term included dissenting on decisions to expand gun rights and overturn Roe v. Wade. Dr. Jeff Bloodworth, a university professor of global affairs, says it's such a major step forward to see a history-making event like this, as for the first time in history, 4 women will serve together on the 9-member bench.
So in a certain sense, this has taken 100 years. But, like that's real progress. Okay? I mean, do women have equal pay for equal work? Not yet. If you can't be proud about America on a day like this, I don't know, you need to read some history.
Also on Thursday, the Supreme Court delivered a blow to the Biden administration, ruling to curb the EPA's authority to limit greenhouse emissions. But they also handed the president and Democrats a major victory too, allowing the Biden administration to shut down a Trump-era program dubbed the Remain in Mexico plan, which was designed to restrict immigration at the southern U.S. border. COVID-19 cases remain steadily territory-wide, but as we end the week, we are seeing a bit of a spike. According to the latest numbers available, health officials are currently tracking 233 active COVID cases territory-wide, with 170 on St. Croix, 50 on St. Thomas, and 13 currently on St. John. Meantime, using big data to fight the pandemic, and is sleeping in good for your heart? Michael George has a look at some of the day's top health stories.
For cholesterol?
Yeah. The American Heart Association says most people need to do more to improve their cardiovascular fitness. A study conducted by the group found only 1 in 5 U.S. adults has optimal heart health. The other 80% would benefit from a better diet, more exercise, or even just more sleep, ideally between 7 and 9 hours a night. A combination of MRIs and genetics may help predict a person's odds of developing Alzheimer's disease. Canadian researchers say an MRI would reveal physical changes in the brain, while genetic testing would indicate how the condition might progress. The study, published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease, suggests these steps would be most beneficial to patients experiencing mild cognitive impairment. Better data is needed to effectively fight a pandemic like COVID-19. That's the finding of researchers at Florida Atlantic University. They looked at how state governments handled information about coronavirus testing, infections, and hospitalizations. The researchers found wide disparities in what data was recorded as well as what was shared. They said public health would benefit from better standards and more transparency. That's a look at some of the day's health stories.